welcome to yet another Pokésaur Mini episode. Yes, I was working on 3 videos at once, and now I'm working on 4. Absolutely mental. Also, recording this is just after recording the Dilophosaurus video as well. Yeah, this video is going to have a lot of connections with the previous. But yeah, doing all these videos, it was so fun to do, and I hope to do more. I mean, preferably, I don't want to do anything like 20 at once. Kind of mental. But yeah, I will try and just focus on 1 at a time. The only reason why I'm recording 2 videos today is simply because it just makes up for the wait. I know, I've been absolutely dreadful with times, but hopefully this makes up for it. If not, I'll see what I can do. At the end of the video, I do have like a mixture of an announcement and a question for you guys. So please stay tuned, or if you're just impatient, just go to the end of the video. Speaking of which, let's start it now, shall we? So, another mainstream dinosaur. Well, maybe not as mainstream as Dilophosaurus, but still. Iguanodon is very good, and I'm going to read this very long information out. So, I do apologize for misspelling any names here. Not misspelling, butchering. It was recorded that this dinosaur was first discovered by amateur paleontologists Mary Ann Mantle and her husband Dr. Gideon Algernon Mantle in 1822 in West Sussex. Mary went with her husband to visit a patient in Sussex when she noticed something glinting in the side of the road. When she went to see what it was, she found several large teeth embedded in the rocks. Gideon also looked at the teeth, and he decided to reach out to the experts for advice, including Georges Cuvier, who is sometimes referred as the father of paleontology. It was later named Iguanodon by Dr. Mantle 3 years later, in 1825, naming it after the teeth looking like an iguana, although much larger. It was the second dinosaur to be named, the first being Megalosaurus, being named a year before. To put this story short, Iguanodon was the first dinosaur to be discovered, hence making the world aware of large reptilian creatures once living on this planet. It was no wonder why Iguanodon was one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered, as they were incredibly successful, as many species were discovered around the globe. A unique method of defense used by Iguanodon was their thumb spike to stab into the neck of any predator that tries to attack it. This spike was first thought to be on its nose, so like horn, in earlier depictions, like the modern day iguana. See, Iguanodon, I get really mixed up. But it was later found out that the spike was on its hand and not its thumb. The earlier concepts of Iguanodon can be still seen today at the Crystal Palace in London. Across my research, I found a weird fact where there is evidence of muscle attachment areas inside the skull, suggesting that Iguanodon may have had a long tongue, maybe like a giraffe's, to help it strip off leaves. So yeah, Iguanodon, yeah, I like it. Not really much to say about it. I think the thumb spike thing is just really cool. And the fact that it is so successful of a dinosaur really fascinates me. If you want to know more about why, there's a lot of information out there. I just recommend checking it out. Anyway, let's transition to the Pokemon. Should I apologize for pronouncing the name of this guy wrong? I'll just do it anyway. Did I say it? I mean, you probably know by now. The pattern of its Pokemon enables it to blend into its surroundings. The spikes on each hand has a poisonous gland containing lethal toxins as a form of defense against predators. A quick Pokédex entry, probably the fastest one I've ever wrote. I mean, I didn't make up every single one in the series. I know some people did their own, which is cool. The sum can be a bit long. So this is a very bright and colourful tropical Pokemon that's actually got the colour palette from a parrotfish, while also applying a bit more toxicity into the Iguanodon spikes, which, yeah, I think is a very fun concept for Pokemon. So apart from the typing, I decided to do everything else of this Pokemon. So I decided to make this Pokemon balanced but quite slow, although Iguanodon itself could have actually been quite fast. Because a lot of grass moves are special based, I decided to give Iguopia a bit of an offensive special boost as well. Poison Touch really goes well with its Pokédex entry as well as its poison typing, to liken the chance of the opposing Pokemon to be poisoned. For moves, Sucker Punch would be great for this Pokemon, as it can take care of any psychic types as well as taking advantage of its psychic weakness. Any physical move would be great in Glorpia, although moves that ensure poison like Poison Fang or Poison Jab would increase the odds of poisoning your opponent. With any poison type, especially ones that are bulky, I highly suggest having a Black Sludge as a held item, as if any non-poison type Pokemon tries to swap their items with you, they'll just receive an item that slowly drains their health. And no, it doesn't poison them, it just drains their health. So this added with Toxic, just beautiful. So yes, this video, I hope is quick. I mean, it would be nice. I hope I edited this well together. Anyway, thanks to Soul Senpai, I hope I got that name right, apologies for butchering it, for designing this Pokemon for the video. It's just really nice to have more people like in this series. Also, again, groovy color palette. Admittedly, I was going to announce something different for this video, but that's going to be saved for another video, which I am happy to announce is Pokésaur Episode 3. It is finally in production! Yay! But because an artist was holding it back, I had to cut them off. I mean, I held this back for a year just waiting for them. Also, they have got a lot going on in their lives at the moment, so hopefully this gives them less to worry about. Usually at this time, it would be fairly quiet, but because of COVID-19, most of my family aren't working at the moment, so we're just staying at home, self-isolating, all that stuff. Speaking of which, hope things are going okay for you, and either you believe it or not, just please stay inside and let this corona thing pass, because the last thing we want is an outbreak of sorts. I'm not sure. So forgive me if I'm not going to be recording as often. You know what, that's fine, that's fine. I am trying to be a little less picky about when I record. For some clarification, I record in my bedroom, and I have a window right outside. And there are people out there. And you know what people are like, right? Exactly, they're noisy. Oh my gosh, that's awful. If any artists would like to be in either a mini-series or a main series, you can contact me by social media or by email, and of course old artists are welcome. If you want to share your Pokemon designs, as long as it's an extinct animal and it's Pokemon themed, then please send them to me and I'll be able to show them at the end of any Pokemon Creations video. I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, share it if you want with your friends if you think it's worthy, and if you want to keep up to date with these videos, please subscribe, and of course please follow me on social media. In the past, present, or even future. I will see you there. Bye. Oh my god. It's either a chainsaw or a leaf blower.